Welcome, Scorpio, to October 2022, where you're going to find huge upgrades in your love and relationship stories, potentially some money luck. And as well, you're going to feel like the energy of your significant others is helping you to expand into something new. It's really very much a relationship month for you as this sky unfolds. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a whole sign Hellenistic astrologer. My name is Lori Lothian. I use the sky for predictive accuracy so we can avoid the pitfalls and find the waves we want to ride. I'm not a psychological astrologer. I'm not a modern astrologer, and I'm not an ascension and rainbows and unicorns astrologer either. I'm very practical. I am Saturn in Aquarius on the ascendant. So let's get going and talk about that story for you this month. And I really like it for the love story part of the sky, especially some little good news about money and home as well. By the way, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you check my description box, you can see all kinds of goodies, but I would recommend you go for my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. Why? Because when you do, you're going to end up getting a bunch of freebies instantly delivered to your inbox and gift codes. And you're going to my monthly draw for free readings. I do 3 people every month out of my 1,500 subscribers on that newsletter. And so it's not an astronomical way of winning. You can still win. And you get a 30% discount code off for a reading with me. Now in 2023, I'm changing that code to 20%. It's been at 30% off forever, and I'm downgrading the code because I can't keep up that pace with that many readings and people using it. So if you want to grab that code while it's still hot before I close that down in January, this is your chance. Okay, let's get going. So I have so many Scorpios in my life, including my Scorpio rising sun. It's not easy being you. You're under an eclipse cycle that started in earnest in January of 22 that ends in July of 23. As South Node eclipse cycle, eclipses are happening in Scorpio, May of 22, October 25th of 22. May and 23, you are under renovation. So backdrop story, big energies as you let go of an identity, release and surrender can affect your health. Take care of your body, take care of yourself at this time. This is an intense time for you, but it also expands your marriage house. It makes you want to focus more on clients, audience, other marketplace, marriage partners, and business partnerships as a North Node expansion is going on in the 7th house. If you're in a marriage or a relationship, the plant needs a bigger pot to grow in. And sometimes marriages and relationships are turbulent and challenged, especially with Uranus here. Since 2019 in earnest in your marriage house, it's not easy to be in your primary love relationship. Whether you're legally married, it doesn't matter. It's this idea of committed love. There's some good news on the horizon. There is a Jupiter story unfolding in the month of this month of November, plus an eclipse. It could work with that Jupiter in some way. Jupiter is back ending, retrograding, going back into your 5th house of romance, sexuality, children, pregnancy, independent business enterprise, fun, romance, leisure, travel, and winning lotteries, casinos, horse races, and gambling winning. Okay, it's got the lay of the land, right? Jupiter's luck and opportunity. All of those areas I mentioned, you're lucky in them. So what I would say is a fertility transit. So if you, as a female with a uterus, or a guy that, who has a woman with a uterus, don't want a baby, be careful. It is a fertility transit, especially with Uranus sextiling Jupiter from your 7th house of marriage. It could be an accidental pregnancy or sudden reveal of pregnancy. Now, Jupiter is back ending here on the 30th of October to December 20th. It is when he goes direct on the 23rd that a lot of the real momentum kicks in. The leisure trip, the romance, of more fun, play, pleasure, the pregnancy. If you're single and you are Scorpio rising, especially sun and moon, sorta, this could bring in a new romance, a new dreamy love story, because Neptune and Jupiter are beside each other. Neptune and Jupiter were beside each other in your romance house back in April and the first week of May last year, 2022, I should say. So you could be picking up loose threads on a dating thing that fizzled, or deepening a relationship that started then as well. Or if you got pregnant, then this could be about coming into the delivery time, right? Or something like that, because Jupiter was in your 5th house for the first 5 months and 10 days of last year, up to May 10th. So this could be about the baby coming out. And what I like is that the eclipse on November the 8th across the way in the house of your significant other relationships, business and love, is going to happen around 16 degrees. So certainly all you Scorpios with a ascendant sun or moon between about let's go with 10 degrees to 29 degrees. I mean, 10 to 20 degrees of Scorpio. Really feel this because the eclipse is on your descendant. You know, you're going to have a big, dramatic, 180-degree, explosive, exciting change energy with regards to your marriage partner, business partner, or clients. And yet you've got flow from Jupiter and a lucky house. And so this is kind of a mixed bag. Now, it may not be about you. Your partner could have some declaration that shocks you, but excites you. I got tickets to, we're going to go around the world and have some fun. You know, Jupiter and leisure travel, fifth house. Your partner shocks and surprises you by saying they're like pregnant or something like that. But they could have some exciting developments in their life and you're witnessing it from the sidelines. It may not even be about you. All right. But it's intense energy. And the eclipse on November 8th unfolds over 6 months. 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, you're kind of in the epicenter. But after that, it's a 6-month story that unfolds. And it is a full moon total eclipse. So it's very powerful. And when that full moon eclipse happens, Mercury is in your house, in the house of you, in the heart of the sun on the 7th and 8th. You could get divine downloads, new insights, great understanding, creative ideas, because that Cazimi is in a flow to your 5th house, like divine songs and music and ideas and books and projects creatively just flooding in for you around that eclipse, actually on the 7th and the 8th. You know, just before the eclipse, right, on the 7th and the 8th, there's a bit of an interesting sky going on. And that is just before on the 5th to the 7th, Venus is opposite Uranus in the sky. That's definitely where the love goddess opposite Uranus, the shock and awe, could bring some really exciting or unexpected disclosures or news about a business or love partnership. Or you could be disclosing something like a secret to your beloved and shaking up things maybe for the good. And so keep that in mind. You are Mars ruled, right? Scorpio is the feminine sign for Mars. Aries is the masculine sign for Mars and traditional rulership. And with this placement of Mars moving through your 8th house from August 20th until the 3rd week of March of 23, possibly this can look like spousal asset division, like, you know, dividing the assets, selling the home, mediation and negotiation, conflict and debate, fighting for your side of what is owed and owned by you and a business partner or a marriage partner. Also can bring inheritances. So it may have nothing to do with your partner at all. Okay. So I'm not saying it's for sure that, but there is this energy going back and forth here for a long time as Mars travels through the 8th house. Mars here is retrograde in November. He started on the end of the month of the 30th of November, retrogrades until January 12th. So this is going back over old financial ground. Technically, it can be your stock investments, your savings, bank loans, and mortgages. And because he's retrograding here, there's some good news. At the end of the month, he'll trine Saturn in the 4th house of real estate. Saturn has been making your home life, Scorpios, difficult. You feel restricted and burdensome, responsible, dutiful, and heavy regarding something to do with property, loans, real estate, home, finances, maybe. There's feelings of constriction, been going on for 2.5 years. And then suddenly Saturn is now finally picking up speed in direct motion throughout the month of November. And things are lightening up at home, in the home, about property, land, real estate, even rental agreements. And then, you know, Mars in your 8th house is going to trine him at the end of the month. And from about the 24th to the end of the month, there's some significant forward momentum around things to do with property, home, real estate, loans, mortgages, bank loans, investments, taxes, whatever, things like that, looking way up for you guys at that time. So if you're grooving with what I'm saying and you get that it's been a struggle at home or in the home or about the home, things are changing here. Sorry, I've been talking for 4 hours of recordings. This is reishi tea, organic, and I'm in love with this reishi tea. Reishi mushrooms give you more vitality and immune support. And a lot of you know, a month ago, I had COVID. I was sick for only 3 days, like in bed with a headache and low-grade fever. Then I got to bed and cleaned the house on day 4. But the long-term sequelae or consequences are brain fog, and they're getting better every day. So I'm on my vitamins. Don't worry. I know what to do. I think it was the first time I had COVID, and yeah, I use Scorpio conspiracy theories. I was not vaccinated. Okay, for reasons of my own. It's also for you with this Saturn in the fourth house. It's a mark of legacy wealth from an elder when it hooks up with Mars in your eighth house. Okay. And then later, Jupiter in the first 5 months next year, moving through the sixth house of debt. What I could be seeing for some of you is like a grandparent or an elder parent, like if your parent is quite old, bringing you some relief financially. It may not have that be their passing. They may just like living trust you or give you something to help you out. And a lot of that looks like it's percolating in the last part of November into early December, but breaking free fully in after Jupiter gets December 20th onward into your sixth house and can help relieve you of financial debt. And there's a lot going on for some Scorpios to do with things to do with foreign lands and travel that may be percolating quite intensely through a Jupiter trine to Athena. This is ninth house where Athena is in your chart in November is about courts and legal cases, but also foreign lands and travel. And Jupiter from the house of leisure, travel, luck, and opportunity and romance looks like he's concocting a getaway. You could get away because of Athena, which can be in a Cancer, a female mother-like figure in your life, strategically giving you a getaway opportunity or inviting you to a getaway. I'm not sure, but when it comes to legal matters, this is really beautiful as well. Courts and legal affairs concerning whatever fifth house matters, romance, love, children, going well. But I would say that for some of you, by December 20th, when Jupiter is still in your fifth house, November through to December 20th, you may go away somewhere in a foreign shore for a getaway. And it would be just a lovely, lovely romantic trip as well. My son's a Scorpio rising. I'm thinking of tossing him a bunch of my Air Alaska miles to go with his girlfriend somewhere because I can't use them. I'm going to my sob story about why. But the US border won't let him be not double vaccinated, no matter how many times you've had COVID. So all Air Alaskas travel through Los Angeles or San Fran via Vancouver to get to Hawaii or Mexico. So I'm kind of like sitting on lots of air miles that I haven't been able to use for 2.5 years. Yeah. Anything else? I know I'm kind of winding down, guys. I'm sorry if I'm talking really slow for me, but you're my video number 8 today or something for this November stuff. I'm traveling, I'm behind schedule, and you're getting me at the end of that story. Okay, so next, a little note to file when I look at your sky. You know, this is a really good time for fiscal hygiene in November. Hygeia, the goddess of what needs to be healed, but also hygiene, is moving through your second house. Oral hygiene too, good for the dentist. I mean, this is trivial, but a lot of Scorpios should hit the dentist in the month of November, but also fiscal hygiene, tidying up your books. And that's what Mars is trying to do too. He's going to help you sear through with laser-like clarity your money house in November, as well as Hygeia saying, let's get this whole thing fixed. So a lot of bookkeeping, a lot of working out the financials here, and also taking care of your teeth. Facial and teeth hygiene looks strong for you in the month of November. Yeah. Venus will trine sextile Pluto while she is flowing in a gorgeous little love up with, I'm looking at my transit chart. I apologize. I have to think about it. Where is she? I'm losing my story. Yeah. So November, 8th to 15th, but with precision on the 10th and 13th, Venus trines Neptune while sextiling Pluto. So Venus from the house of you trines Neptune in the house of romance and getaway and leisure travel and fun and pregnancy. Venus rules sperm and ovum. Jupiter's in the pregnancy house. So this could be a pregnancy story between like November 10th and 13th. But the sextile from Venus to Pluto really leverages your ability to take leisure trips and travel and go away somewhere. So there is that story as well, at least like plan the trip at that point. The defogging, windshield wiper effect of getting the fog off the windshield with the defogger is Mars on November 16th to the 22nd, defogging Neptune in your fifth house. This could be clearing up confusions around money, okay, inheritances, debts and taxes, love relationships, children, your children who are adult children or growing up in your household, pregnancy, something that's kind of confusing or unsure is going to be cleared up around the 16th to the 22nd. And just an example, is she pregnant or isn't she pregnant? Let's take the test again. Let's clarify 16th to the 22nd. What's going on here? Is that money really coming through from my inheritance or not? Let's clear it up. November 16th to the 22nd. Venus conjunct Mercury, 19th to the 23rd. This is happening in your Sagittarius house where you're having a new moon. Now, I talked earlier, I think I did, about some money lusciousness from you. That was mostly a Jupiter. I touched base on Jupiter in the 5th. But the last thing I want to focus on is there's a Sagittarius new moon with Venus and Mercury conjunct happening on the 23rd of the month in the early degrees of Sag, like 2 degrees of Sag for the new moon. This is a very good new moon for you because Jupiter, the Lord, is in your 5th house of money luck. This is your possessions and earnings. This could help you sell a property, buy a property, get a promotion or raise in your work. And the new moon happens on the 23rd as Jupiter goes direct in your money luck house or in your romance house. But this happens over the course of 6 months, as a full moon will happen 6 months later. So it's not just, oh, did I get a raise, promotion, money, luck story? Did I sell a property, buy a property? Did it happen all on the 23rd? No. But the 2 weeks that follow a new moon usually show you the details of what the new moon is about, if not the main plot line. So this is also opening up really good money stuff for you because Venus is there, Mercury is there. Look at the fine print, look at the details. Mercury is in a condition that is sometimes difficult, not always, okay? I'm hoping this isn't my second Scorpio video. I'm losing my mind about which signs I already did and which signs I didn't do. Can you imagine if I recorded this twice? I'd just shoot myself. All right. Thanks, guys. I think I'm done. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check my description box for everything I have going on. Ciao, ciao.